Okay, sisi akwai kanoni first kano hai tare first akwai live class of Kappa Study Center and Library ko Impal aina tawjariba masigi course si akwai vocabulary si kamaina develop tawgadage masi akwai words mayam ama daka tai akwai competitive exams thaba natraga everyday uses ki oiga so akwai vocabulary si amtina important oiga aspect amo oiga hai tare mar masina ina class si tawjabani akwai vocabulary develop tawninga mi singi hai tare so makan ki vocabulary development exercise ko tawani tawada basi han boina aina masigi like ka sigi like Merriam Webster gi kano si vocabulary builder hai like si amna phabala kamani na ni lowe aluna masilagi akoina ta hawasi han ba class si sigi khoi words ma am si kamaina tholak pano ka ha do ka masi tawbudi style si kamaina tawara ha ma ta I have na sida already my soft copy si sida laire soft copy si akoina asagi sida mana yaw ko da word sing do ko tamgani aduga magi root ki development hai tare root ki akogi krai de tholak pano word sing si ko akoya du yengani aduga asagi masi totally unit 30 laye si kono sida ko magi akogi exam ya totally unit kuntrani sida tamli si aduna unit kuntra sida unit amom damana hai si asagi akogi root word che tamgani hai bne 이렇게 뿌리 싸네. 뿡따에 보디 클래스 떠니고. 오케이. introduction with let's begin again. Class used to it my cycles. Anyways, let's come back to that book. Yes. Sigi like sida when units 30 units sida masagi can was root word man as well as moment the director of can was in words in the pronunciation symbol there is the right. So unit 1 the you see say root words can sige Benny zema tamani, M zema tamani, Bell zema tamani, Pack zema tamani, Grim zema tamani, Prop zema tamani, Grab zema tamani, LEV zema tamani. So totally there are 8 words never tam this go. 8 words ni tam this aduga kanusina akoye 8 words the direct to by aba word mari tam sina root word oiduni aduga akoina khange the English key word ayamba se akoyi keno do direct to Latin namadi Greek ko masi aduna root word sing si ayamba Latin natraga Greek oi do siawi adu ayamba matam do oi aduga hariba ngasa ki keno si koyi akoyi ngasa ki sigi keno se Sagi root word like root word sigi root word among the going na 4 words tam duneba aduna sigi bene is the 4 words tamani am is the 4 words tamani ka nine tam duni adu the natana sagi word from mythology has mythology and history is the mythology the kind of wari gumba adu madune aduna mythology and history that is often a word was not derived from any root haitare aduna de marathon pdm se ko aduga sigi root ani sigi word root among you word mari tam matungda pulak the word nipan so ne word nipan sigi ko quiz sam ta bone adu bone mara 1 has word unit 1 gi quiz 1 hai ne mas 1 has adu 1 ji yaw tu si bene ga m go oi tu ne aduga quiz 1 2 dana yaw tu si nang sai bell siga pack siga oi tu ne 1 3 dana crim ga prop ka 1 4 dana grab ka lev siga oi tu ne adu words from mythology and history quiz tu na 1 5 siga oi tu ne adu pulak punjal laga amuk unit lo rek posida review quiz among tham tu ne ma ta tu so and the first word ji yeminarsi first word ke hai no bene hai re ka bene hai re adu ita ga de Benesi Latin ne hare Latin da well di ko do nate guhad nate sida eyes ko well ha ta ga de ko gi good edo I'm feeling well ga ha gi good to ni ka adu gi good ki sense to ne mara sida bene hare se aduna ka da ora word chik mana derive to pe ya ge de a benefit benesi ya ore desna atra benefit is a good result or effect something beneficial produces good results or effects. The Latin root can be heard in other languages as well. Good or fine in Spanish is bueno, and in French it's bon, and in Italian just say bene. Sini atopo language ta su masigi derivation si sine ya ma haris. So sina masagi root word to ni bene hai root word sigi mai maram dani ta isi aduga sagi my meaning sina afaba oiba haitare well haibado adugi ko ni now akoi usi tawsi magi words ke lage am to chala ye ngasi yes this is the first word am we ko sa dan chau yeah first word the benediction benediction Ka my pronunciation is benediction hai ka stress sai dip hai part to lay na mana kamo ma ching is nine masam sing. So benediction ka benediction has kind of a prayer that asks what hello oh यारे उसका विरोध में ले यार होरन पावनर्स what are we at there? I said do not disturb thamba I said na I am not an oil at primitive way of mom that I'll Farakani ka how begin and so a prayer that asks for God's blessing, especially a prayer that concludes a worship service, benediction. So example that the moment the bishop had finished his benediction, she squeezed quickly out of her robe and darted out the cathedral's side entrance. I talk about bishop not have like so manasida pretty description pretty in benediction the bene root is joined by another Latin word called root dictio means speaking she dic as so dic so the words meaning words meaning become something like well-wishing God. Perhaps the best known benediction is the so-called Aaronic benediction from the Bible, which begins, "May the Lord bless you and keep you." God. An important section of the Catholic Mass was traditionally known as Benedictus, after its first word meaning bless God. It was Saint Benedict who organized the first Christian monasteries. Many Christians have been baptized Benedict in his honor, and 16 popes have taken it as their papal name. So benediction have a say prayer related way and okay, so benediction means prayer ni aduna kanu Benny has a pava habito the director of Pani happening. So, like Warambakumba Christian religion night Shibu benediction. This is the first word of the root bene, which means well or good. Next time we see benefactor. Benefactor. My pronunciation is magi be hayo part sida stress piu hai ni ka law na hayo hai ni ka du ni line ma sa ma jing ni benefactor hai ni ka. Right, so who's a benefactor? Someone who helps another person or group, especially by giving money. Paisa piraga mi to para chaga group amada help tawraga di madu bu ko na benefactor example that anonymous hai targati masak maming khangdaba ka koi maming khangdaba benefactor had given me $15 million to establish an ecological institute at the university. So my description is a benefactor may be involved in almost any field. One may endow a scholarship fund among benefactor. Another may give money to expand a library expand people. Still another may leave a generous sum to a hospital in her will hai targati akoina mi sina masagi lagi takanda sai my property karika si kana oi hobadage haina irambudo will koi aduda my will da my pesa yam laba ma hospital amada katok piu kaina iramba mido benefactor chini sina. The famous benefactions benefactions at the Pitoiba, yeah. Yeah. Sorry. The famous benedictions of John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller is a tiny American Masamani, included the gifts that established the University of Chicago, the Rockefeller Foundation, and Rockefeller University. Many benefactors have reported that giving away their money turned out to be the most rewarding thing they ever did. So, pisa pitok pasimayam di kanam pamde adubu haiba kanong the benefactor singina hairisi pisa pitok pasina khwaidagi khoi rewarding oiba khwaidagi satisfying oiba ama oirame haibane ma hairisi. Okay? Yeah. So what can I learn today was it benediction and prayer and then now was it benefactor. Now let's go to the next word. Yes. Next word is beneficiary. Have got beneficiary. Beneficiary. So stress parts fee ma parts label. So beneficiary haitara ka. So beneficiaries na krano sa benefactor na pili ba mido ni shapi ba de mateng pang ba mido ba benefactor ay. Now beneficiary haitara di a person or organization that benefits or is expected to benefit from something, especially one that receives money or property when someone dies. Sa pisa pangoba mi haitare adubu na beneficiary go. Living in a trailer near poverty. Trailer has a kari so was a trailer going. She received word in the mail that her father had died, naming her as the sole beneficiary of his life insurance policy. So mapado lai hive have pau du mara tai adaida. Agi trailer du da lady aida. Aduga near poverty hai ta yam tina liar ba matang da aduaida. Ma mail da ma chithi du da pau tai ba adu di mapa lai hidra matung da mapa do sigre amadi magi sole beneficiary, the only beneficiary life insurance policy do mapagi my kana badu kanada khak phagada bana do mana phangani have pom do mana yamna lai ga lei matang do phangi haibane right. So description da kamai na hairi beneficiary yes, beneficiary is often used in connection with life insurance ko ye LIC postal life insurance but it shows up in many other contexts as well. A college may be the beneficiary of a private donation. Your uncle's will may make a church his sole beneficiary, in which case all his money and property will go to it when he dies. A third-party beneficiary of a contract is a person, often a child, who the person signing the contract, which is usually an insurance policy or an employee benefit plan, want to benefit from it. Masagi third-party beneficiaries usually among usually high ka. Sign downriba miduna. Sagi piramada ba high tare. Insurance policy kana badu. Ana leki the kot ki the yaragana ka. Do the mana high. In a more general way, a small business may be a beneficiary of changes to the tax code, or a restaurant may be the beneficiary when the one across the street closes down and its whole lunch crowd starts coming in. General tax system India tax system tax for example 10 lakhs for the tax law small business that small business to beneficiary tax code changes to that. And similarly restaurant amana ngasagi mai opposite ta hangba restaurant amada close down tawraga maunda lunch sabla mi me am to sondo na sanga ga di mas beneficiary oidine amada close down tawriba. Okay, so that's the meaning of beneficiary. Now let's go to the next word. Koi word kya surya? Benediction habamne, then benefactor habamne, beneficiary habamne ka. What sorry, what maritam ne ha ke bani benegi. So this is the last word of bene. Benegi last word ni. Kay no word se meaning se benevol. Si be na power ko se. Si sound just swa sound ni. So ba na pa. So benevolence habitat mas. Benevolence ka. Benevolence. So, benevolency means kindness or generosity. Kindness is generosity. Example, in those financially desperate years, the young couple was saved only by the benevolence of her elderly great uncle. Great uncle ki thongzal dagi magi nusibiba dagi haitare mabani do set to hobani habanero benevolence ka. So let's read a bit more context in the passage. Part of the benevolence comes from the Latin root meaning wish ka. So benevolence have a word Latin root the novels of Charles Dickens often include a benevolent figure who rescues the main characters at some point. Mr. Brownlow in Oliver Twist, Abel Mackwitz in David Copperfield, Mr. Jarndyce or Jarndyce, I can't remember, in Brick House, Ebenezer Scrooge in A Christmas Carol. So hariba Charles Dickens ki novels in the apaba thauza laiba amati kai haini yamna phagba kind of generous figure of yawi have ne hai mi sin kana kana no sai novel da hai ba mana policy Oliver Twist novel da Mr. Brownlow si am phai the David Copperfield na Abel Mackwitz am na phai Brick House na Mr. Jarndyce am na phai A Christmas Carol na Ebenezer Scrooge in Paris. So moji kanano moji benevolence moji farbuduna sagi moji benevolent figure origin. To be benevolent fagi hai matam da it helps to have money pisale tradi phaba ya bote but it's not necessary. Daka leiba se kanayeba pisale ga di hen mateng pa ga do pisale jasu ya isi necessary not deal. Why was a kind assistance of a non-financial sort may turn out to be a life-saving benevolence as well. So Pashayaldana mi amada when I help to mi amatugi Hawaii can be what we pursue as well. See that Benny you can all yeah. Let's just what Marie Domtang can Tosi recap Tosi. What are they? So first of all, the word is Benny. Benny have the kind of well, good. I see Latin word as how so high English word ayamba Greek Latin the key. You would say derived to Bani and so Bene means good or well. Then sagi word benediction 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 hare benediction asi kenate koi prayer to sagi Christian ki religion da loshalapu matamda prayer ma tawi hai adu prayer do shor gi thousand ni ba ta adu mana benediction na hai is ko. Then comes kai word na benefactor. Benefactor adi topa kana ma wo help to biba adugumba mi ko donation to mi hai ta adu benefactor to wi benefactor. benefactor na help tawre kana ba phangba mi buduna kai kore beneficiary ka beneficiary ajina kana ba phangba mi lu beneficiary ajina. And then last na kai laire benevolence ati thuja laiba chel chawba kathokpa ngamba adu action adu buni benevolence is ka yare. Very good. So whiteboard ki type to hai kita kana wala ho gaya right. So as am tak sa ai ka mai jam right yare Benny hai ta adi kaya hai ba good natraga well natra okay. My word ke na went up with benediction. Then I baka ngadi boring na sunan do pa benefactor ano pa lite like tam si hai ta gati makuti hauta beneficiary. And last one was benevolence. That's all. These are the 4 words now. Okay, now what is the meaning? CZ, you can just say it's a prayer. You can say beneficiary is a person who gives a gives in this world that they go. Beneficiaries na receiver do that. Okay. They benevolence as na kind action do Alright. Now let's go to the next root to the chalasi. Next root to chalasi kay lagi ngasi M. M is kay dilay. MC comes from the Latin amare. Amare, to love. To love, amare. So the Roman god of love was known by 2 different names. Okay, no? Cupid and Amor. Amiable means friendly or good-natured, and amigo is Spanish for friend. Amigo, friend is so let's find out the words. 4 words. Let's see. Humble words, amicable. Amicable, friendly or peaceful. Friendly or peaceful. Example that their relations with their in-laws were generally amicable despite some bickering during the holidays. Friendly way happening. So description the kamana pira. Amicable often describes relations between 2 groups or especially 2 nations. For example, the United States and Canada is proud of sharing the longest unguarded border in the world. Amicable habasi yana masenda high happening. Canada, USA border is cut out the quite the longest one. India, Pakistan, or quite a 10 boy. Anyways, so we often speak of an amicable meeting or an amicable settlement. Yanaba amicable settlement. When amicable describes more personal relations, it may indicate a rather formal friendliness. ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯄꯔꯁꯣꯅꯦꯜ ꯔꯤꯂꯦꯁꯟꯁꯇ ꯑꯣꯏꯇꯥꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯃꯤꯀꯦꯕꯜ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯣꯔꯃꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯅꯦꯆꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯆꯪꯉꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯀꯣ ꯌꯥꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯈꯪꯕꯗꯨꯗ ꯌꯥꯅꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ ꯈꯔ ꯌꯥꯅꯗꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯅꯦꯕ ꯌꯥꯅꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ka ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯗꯤ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯗꯣ ꯌꯥꯅꯔꯝꯗꯕꯤꯗ ꯌꯥꯅꯔꯛꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤꯅ formal friendliness ꯁꯤꯒꯤꯁꯤꯅꯦ. But it's always nice when two friends who have been quarreling manage to have an amicable conversation and to say amicable goodbyes in the end. ꯑꯗꯨꯅ friends ꯑꯅꯤꯈꯛ ꯈꯟꯅꯔꯝꯕꯗꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯅꯕ conversation ꯑꯃ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ goodbye ꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯅꯔꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ fazai kaidari ma haise. So amicable generally it means to agree with one another hai tara. Next word, second word of MGMC. Enamored ka. Enamored. So enamored means some or fascinated, inflamed with love. Akhoi nungsibada ngawba, apambada ngawba ka. Adugumba simasi enamored and higher mana. Right. Example Rebecca quickly became enamored of the town's rustic surroundings, its slow pace, and its eccentric characters. Rebecca do masagi town do ki koi ariba surrounding ka dagi yana takna satpa fast pace oidaba adugumba slow pace amadi eccentric mayam manadaba character laiba mising do adu mayam du da ma do pura ngawre haibane enamored aise. Description. Computer hackers are always enamored of their new programs and games. Millions of readers have found themselves enamored with Jane Austen's novels, and Romeo and Juliet were of course utterly enamored of each other. But we also often use the word in negative context. For example, a friend at work may complain that she is not enamored of the new boss. So masai my boss to kasu ngauze DMD kasu pambo idea tarima in a sense hit the way have time never come. And when you start talking about how you are not enamored with the neighbors to ngauze dia taradi manang do kitang maitre have neighbors, it may be time to move chapamatam moire have them. Note that both off and with are commonly used with enamored. So enamored say off ka sinner suyai as well as with ka sinner suyai have now. Let's carry on. So what ka sobre m na tamba m yawa hai tare m si ke hai ba kanan jang m se ka ye la pane ba Latin word amer have the la pane ba AMRE ka AMRE lagi lakpane haigre M se Latin word AMARE which means to love. Two words to kaya na went up you do amo word to kanam to. Okay, all right. Second word to likha enamored. First word to kanan jani Sky the thing in your eyes, call wise and there, don't know what. Yes, enamored there. The first word is amicable. Yes, amicable. Yanaba. Enamored hagana ngauzaba ngawba kainomda phazaba amada adubuni amicable haizika. Right. Oh, sorry, amicable hair. Enamored haise. Night class ni adum khare den soiga ni takpada Next word is amorous ka. Sa amorous sa pa soijang. Sige je. Saigi mai je. Ma siga swa sound siga le ni na. Amorous hai ni. Ko ju khang da na. Amorous sa ma hai ma. Ayo saigi ma ni pronunciation ni symbol je wo ka ni jang ye. Sa amorous hai ni. having or showing strong feelings of attraction or love. Kanagumba ma yam nungsiba strong feeling leibse pamjaba se masibu koina kay kauge am tamda amorous hai. It turned out that the amorous congressman had gotten his girlfriend a good job and was paying for her apartment. So it turned out that the way they have me, kay tholaki ha matamda mayam na khange dudi the congressman si akoi MLA guy dune mana magi girlfriend do adu mana kay pidiyaba mana good job ama pire and was paying for her apartment mai leifam du su pireba adu mana ngasai gi amna amorous oiba yamna ngawzaba ni na my girlfriend du ma tawri ne sina am ska. Okay, let's read the description. A couple smooching on a park bench could be called amorous, or a young married couple who are always hugging and kissing. But the word is often used a bit sarcastically. Sarcastically hai targa di opposite meaning oibeya mong da apna he sinai habani. As when a tabloid newspaper gets hold of some scandalous photos and call the participants the amorous pair. So it's like my tabloid newspaper hai targa di koi gi kano gumba koi gi celebrity sing scandal gumba yamna publish tawanba hai tare adu gumba koi the Sun newspaper ga the Sun gan lai do kanada koi British ki kano da publication hai tare ka adu boda koi gi sai gi scandalous oi di mingchat thiningai wai ba photo gumba si publish to matam da mai heading da kama hai da the amorous pair nushinaraba ni ga hai even though actually pot di chana da ba hai tare ko sai gi kano oi da ba hai tare ani du mingchat thibe ya pot ti hello oh la oh just catching up. All right. In such cases, we may be encouraged to think that attraction is more physical than emotional. So, shinaba natti na kana lowe ya suba. So, sumana pala matam na ita. Now let's go to the last word. Last word, that is paramour. Paramour. P-E-E sounds. A-N-H is called. Paramour. Merriam had to say a lover, often secret, not allowed by law or custom. I am the Yadaba, I am the Yadaba, not to that, Tini Yadaba. No Shinabama Tambase. Adugo, when a secret lover, the one Paramor has a. So, example that he had been coming to the house for 2 years before her brothers realized that he was actually the paramour of their shy and withdrawn sister. Okay, saigi nupi macha nupi hagadra adugi nushinabane si kona khanga matungda khangak chingai mamang dai tare magi ma chahi ani yumduda la mi habane khanga matungda tan thomani ko. So paramour came to English from French, a language based on Latin. So French language has Latin again based on language na. Though the modern French don't use the word, since par amour meant true love, it implies a relationship based solely on love, often physical love, rather than on social custom or ceremony. So today it tends to refer to the lover of a married man or woman, but may be used for any lover who isn't obeying the social rules. So paramour have wise when a puzzle wine secret lover gumani extramarital affair gumbada laibada sinaba wai ni haire adu natraga so even adu natraga so social rules ka adu gumbada thulaiga laiba sinaba adu ni haire social paramour have wise ka. So I think 4 words loire kay no di ay hage ahambada amicable, second enamored ka, and the third amorous, and the fourth na paramour ka. See, test ay quiz 101 dola ni. What ani root ani loragan da quiz 101 si tawe. So kana hayro na mani. Yes. Let's see this. key number 1 see beneficiary kamba chumi beneficiary recipient chumi natra phangma biduni the amorous ngauzabado thing ngauzabado masi loving oirani natra siba pamba natra then benediction je prayer gumba blessing gumba yes blessing benediction then amicable si kaino amicable ganaba friendly later and then next enamored ngaudo phone oido si je kita the benediction chi blessing ya amon dai jon so check to the dai line ni si dai so sai test to when to why that next time the result is not to okay well prepared okay. Next up, benefactor है कहते कोई पी बोलो benefactor से supporter हो तो donation से माले तो donation पी नहीं बोल मिदो है तो नहीं benefactor है इसे paramour the secret lover तो नहीं of course ये वाला नहीं benevolence है तारगती kindness वाला नहीं ना जा सी आ रहा है अदो गाची बच्चे answer here, see? Check the answers only. Alright. Asi gidi, sinalo siya lasi. Quiz 1 1 gi idalo siya lasi ka. Answers here, kaya ako siya. Let's see. Oh, 2. So me. 1 gi C, 2 gi C, 3 gi A. So me. Blessing ko na to. Blessing ko. Right. So me. Anyways, yara, thank you everybody. So I told them I'm tama talaga sige likes vocabulary improve those I wish you all the best in your preparations. Preparation that my papa any English skill related query banking exam SSC CCA I want to do WhatsApp to biro anything query labor I don't help to the maximum da I phone number do ay kada na hapo muke see the numbers are 3 those yes okay I thought YouTube ta comment da dum hapo magya YouTube yes. Any English query label ko double errors explain to you who had a suka to hero I give me current atom ayuna is not possible there 20 years maybe sura mani ko aduna akhang ba tak so le khang do so dum so to okay. Thank you everybody. See that was a